Oh, all right, we're going to turn the video on. Okay, we're on.
All right, do you want me to call the meeting to order?
Please.
For property
Yes.
extension?
Yes.
Okay, at 12:01, I will call the property and extension committee meeting together. Hi, Ryan, we're together on this.
Okay, yep.
Okay, and I had a brief discussion with Paige about the two topics for the meeting. The first one is the Southwestern stonework. And Ryan,
Yeah, I read it too. I read it. I read through it. Yeah, I did read through it.
All right, and then I guess the points on it to discuss are the good news. Scottmeister, formerly now known as SEI, and Randy Architects have met to discuss the issue of the stone falling off the building. And they have agreed to redo the work for no cost to us, and they would remove the old materials down to the plywood, replace it with new stonework. I guess, according to Paige, the only change really is it will be a different type of stonework that they typically use, but Randy's familiar with it and agrees it's a good product. So I guess our discussion would be to approve this venture with them. And the second part of this would be, I believe we will have to pay Randy a fee to oversee it. And then the third part would be, Paige believes we should go to the prosecutor's office to get a memorandum of understanding to set out the details, responsibilities, and ask for an additional warranty on this product for a minimum of 2 years. So Ryan, do you have anything you want to add to this meeting of you and I before we?
Well, I'll just say, first of all, am I the only one that's surprised they're going to do that? I mean, I'm excited, but am I reading that wrong? Because I'm surprised they're going to actually redo the whole thing.
Yeah. Yes.
And you've been in on that discussion, so you want to take over there?
Yes. We were a little surprised, but I think they're stunned themselves at what happened. You know, and even, their repair work still did not work. Those stones started falling off the area that they had repaired. So I think they really want to make it good. Plus, they want to make it good, but obviously no one wants to enter into any legal issues. So they're very willing. The only caveat is they switch to stones that they are familiar with working with, which is we had been with boral, and they want to switch to Dutch quality, and they're going to provide us with some physical samples. But we looked online, and the stonework is very close, if not almost the same as what we currently have.
Okay. Yeah, sounds great. I'm excited that they're doing that.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful, and it's exactly what they should do. But
Yeah, I agree.
The second question I have, Paige, did they give a target date of when they would want to begin the project?
Yes, it's gotten too cold and too wet to work on, so the target date would have to be April.
Okay, that's kind of what I had in my brain. It probably would be 2021. Do we have a fee Randy would expect to oversee and monitor this?
Yes, he just, in the past, he's agreed for things like this just to charge like on an hourly basis. And he's pretty good about even not charging us for some things. So he's been very supportive.
Okay, all right. So when we go back to the board to present this, it would be with the things we have discussed, the target date to begin and the memorandum of understanding to be detailed with the warranties in place, hopefully for a minimum of 2 years?
Yes, I want to make sure that we have a memorandum of understanding. I wanted to set out the details, the responsibilities, and a warranty for this job, because I'm treating this like a new job.
Yeah, it's a new project.
Right.
All right, do we have any other discussion in the committee before we bring it to the board?
Nope.
Okay. Paige, do you have any suggestions?
No, not on the South Webster
Okay.
stonework. I think we're good on that for you all to vote in the main meeting.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right. Ryan, we will go to item 2, the Lucasville Branch. We've got an erosion problem out there, and
That's been going on for a while, right? I think it has, yeah.
many years, yeah. And Tammy and Paige believe that issues are stemming from the creek, which has always been an issue. I guess SONC, who is a neighbor, is also having the same problem. And if I understand, Paige, from our conversation this morning, at this point, we really don't know what to do other than ask the architect to inspect and give us a recommendation.
Yes, Randy did go out this morning. I had talked to him because even though he's an architect, he does run upon these issues. So I had asked him to look over, and he stopped early this morning, and he could not believe the amount of erosion. He sent a photograph, and it's worse since I saw it a couple of months ago. It is pretty bad.
So, Ryan, I guess you and I, at this point, with the Paige's information just now, would be to ask at the board meeting to get a report from Randy as to what we should go forward with and make a recommendation at our January meeting.
Okay.
He told me that he is going to contact someone he works with in the Ohio EPA office, because there are so many different, when you work down in a creek or waterway, you have many federal offices and many state offices that have to come in and do a lot of separate inspections for, not only, like the Ohio EPA. You've also got to go to the Historical Society, make sure you're not endangering an archaeological site, wildlife, to make sure you're not bothering the habitat of an endangered animal or species. And then, there's no way. We need an expert who will have to navigate these reports for us.
All right, and we're going to ask Randy to find our expert.
Right, and work also to check on the integrity of the building, why this is going on, which is something Randy, we can hire him to monitor the integrity of the building while this is going on too.
Right.
Then, Paige, do we need to make a motion today to hire Randy to inspect and recommend?
I think I would, on maybe an hourly basis, to do a report for us regarding the Lucasville situation.
Okay.
This is
Ryan, is there
Kara.
anything else you want to add?
Yeah, Kara, did you say something?
Okay.
Yeah, I was just saying, so then will he contract out with, I'm assuming we'll need some sort of engineer or something. He will then get back with us as to what we need.
I'd say would, yeah.
Yes, I would suggest right now that with Randy, we just have him give us a report on the status of the building, and to also let us know what our next move is, because like he said, the erosion, that is not in his expertise. So, this would be
Right,
more
but he
just
knows
like a
people or
report.
knows
Right.
Experts that will, be
Yes.
able to get with us. And I feel like we need to kind of expedite that because it sounds like it's getting worse quickly.
Yes, it is. I don't know if you've noticed or been by there, but if you've been by where the SOMC doctor's office is, you know where Dr. Johnson's office used to be there on the Fairground Road? If you go by there, their parking lot is gone. There's a big pipe hanging out now into the creek.
So what are they doing?
I'm surprised the Corps or somebody's not getting involved in this.
Well,
How is SOMC handling this?
Well, we've heard they've just started using a parking lot in the back, and I don't know, someone said they may be moving the whole just leaving. So, SOMC, we did find out by looking online, SOMC does own the property across from us, and typically according to, if a creek is a boundary, then the property owners across each own to the middle of the creek. So we have got to, it appears both of us own to the middle of the creek. But we really need to get our survey out and see. Of course, a lot of our property is gone because it's eaten away. So, but it is SOMC who we would be dealing with if we had to deal with the other property owner.
So I'm sure probably Randy could contact them as well.
Right. Well, he told me that he was going to try. The first thing is to contact, he has a good contact in the Ohio EPA office, and he is going to contact her and ask her what do we need to do. So
Okay.
that's the best place to start is with them.
So we will come out of a committee meeting and make a motion for Paige to contact Cindy, to employ him hourly, to inspect, give a recommendation, and contact the appropriate people with EPA, correct?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Ryan, do you have anything else for the committee meeting? If not, we'll adjourn at 12:15.
Yep, we're good.
Okay, we adjourn at 12:15.
Okay. I'll call the regular meeting of the Portsmouth Public Library to order at 12:15. Call the roll, please.
Mrs. Morton,
Here.
Mrs. Tina,
Here.
Mr. Clay,
Here.
Mr. Sammons,
Here.
Ms. Brush,
Here.
Mr. Schisler, Dr. Kemp,
Here.
The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the Materials and Equipment Committee meeting and our October regular board meeting on October the 20th. Do I have a motion?
Yeah, I move. This is Ryan. I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion.
And was that Kemp that
A
seconded?
second. Dr. Kemp was the second.
Okay.
So, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next item is the approval of the financial report from October of 2020. Do I have a motion for that?
This is Tammy, I move.
This is Ralph, I'll second.
Call the roll, please.
Mrs. Morton,
Yes.
Mrs. Tina,
Yes.
Mr. Sammons,
Yes.
Ms. Brush,
Yes.
Mr. Clay,
Yes.
Dr. Kemp,
Yes.
The next item is to pay the bills for October. Do I have a motion for that?
Yes, this is Tammy.
This is Ryan. I'll second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mrs. Morton?
Yes.
Mrs. Heeman?
Yes.
Mr. Sammons?
Yes.
Ms. Rush?
Yes.
Mr. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Kent?
Yes.
The next item is the Audit, Budget, and Expenditure Committee. Ryan?
Okay. Okay, so we gotta approve some transfers here. Transfers in the coronavirus relief fund. Okay, so we need to transfer from account motion to transfer from account 202-005-3350 for janitorial supplies in the amount of $40,000. Do I have a second? Or do I need to do all of them or both, or what do you want me to do?
Yeah, I think that whole is one.
So do the second account too?
First one, yeah, like the whole,
Okay.
like from those two accounts to those other two accounts in the amount of
Right.
46,000, yep.
Okay, okay. That's the motion then. Do I need to say it again, or are we good?
Do you need him to read it, or are you good, Dylan?
No, I think that's fine, as long as
Okay.
it's approved as written. Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. I need a second.
Tammy will second.
Any
Wait,
discussion?
did we already get a motion?
You made
That
the
was you
motion,
made
Ryan.
the motion.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. Let's start this meeting over. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right, so
So
we
then
all,
you're
now
just
we,
moving things around because of the, CARES Act, the money, Dylan, correct?
Yes, and you'll probably see some more transfers just through the end of the year and early into next year because of the way we're limited in what we're doing in the coronavirus relief fund. We kind of have to rob Peter to pay Paul sometimes, so we're just doing our best to make sure the whole $125,000 is spent. And so obviously that means we have to, if we have a little bit extra over here, we got to move it over here, so.
Right,
Right.
just because you're only allowed to spend it on certain things, correct?
Right, so if we couldn't buy a computer out of janitorial supplies, so we have to move that money to technology.
right. Okay, so we did that first one,
We
let's
have a
run into that
motion and
one.
we have a motion and we have a second. Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mrs. Morton?
Yes.
Mrs. Heeman?
Yes.
Mr. Sammons?
Yes?
Ms. Rush?
Yes.
Mr. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Kent?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we also need to transfer in the general fund from account number 101-005. I need a motion for this, 53370, the security and monitoring, $25,000 to move it to account number 101-005-1160 to the service workers for the same amount, $25,000. I need a motion.
You made the
I made a
motion,
motion. I
Ryan.
need a second.
Yes. Okay.
Hey, wow.
Tammy will second.
Thank you.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mrs. Morton?
Yes.
Mrs. Heeman?
Yes.
Mr. Sammons?
Yes.
Ms. Rush?
Yes.
Mr. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Kent?
Yes.
The next item is the Property and Extension Committee refinance.
All right. SI Incorporated Construction Company, formerly known to us as Stockmeister, has agreed to complete repairs for the stonework on the property and has met with the architect. I would make a motion that both parties sign a memorandum of understanding to set forth the details, responsibilities, and warranty of this repair work with a minimum of 2 years warranty. And I would also include in that motion that we hire Randy on an hourly basis to monitor the work, which we have been told would be scheduled in April of 2021.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
This is Charles.
This is Ralph.
Okay, I think Dr. Kemp got that one.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? Okay, call the roll, please.
Mrs. Morton?
Yes.
Mrs. Seaman?
Yes.
Mr. Sammons?
Yes.
Ms. Fresh?
Yes,
Mr. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Kent?
Yes.
Ruth Ann, do you want to do the next one on the Lucasville Library?
sure. The library in Lucasville, the creek has eroded over the years quite substantially, and now we are fearful that it's causing damage to the structure. So I would make a motion that we have Paige contact Randy, who was there today for an inspection, to go forward on an hourly basis to do a report, give us recommendations on an expert on the EPA area, how to proceed, and give us feedback maybe at our next meeting so that we can prepare to repair the damage.
Do I have a second?
This is Ryan. I'll second it.
Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mrs. Morton?
Yes.
Mrs. Seaman?
Yes.
Mr. Sammons?
Yes.
Ms. Fresh?
Yes,
Mr. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Kent?
Yes. I was going to ask for a third because I was off a little bit there too, but I figured we were good. Just kidding.
Paige, I assume you will send out updates on that as you get them.
Yes, yes.
Okay. The next item is the report of the director.
Okay, I just wanted to remind everyone about the annual toy clothing drive. It'll end on the 3rd. So if you want to donate clothing or toys for the children in need, feel free to drop those off, or we can, if you don't want to come in, we can run in and pick them up from you in the parking lot. But anyway, that's going on, and we are collecting quite a few, and of course the need this year is going to be so much more because of everything going on.
I have a question, Paige.
Yes.
I heard you say annual toy drive, but also it says clothing drive. The clothing doesn't necessarily mean it's got to be kids' clothes. It could be any clothes. Is that what you're saying?
Well, who we're working with right now is Operation Grace, and Operation Grace works with school children. So that is children ages 4 through 18, 19. So if the older kids could wear adult clothing, yes.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Okay. Anybody have any other questions about that? Okay. The other item is New Year's Eve early closure. In the past, we've closed early. We're hoping we're still going to be actually open and not in quarantine by the time we get around to that. But my request was that we close at 3 like we typically do. But also I'd sent a separate email out that the library is closed on Thursday and Friday for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And most library systems are also going to be closed on that Saturday, the 26th. How we would do it is that it is not going to be an additional paid holiday on the 26th, and it would just be a closed day. So everybody would just work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then would be off Thursday and Friday, and the library would just be closed on Saturday. I guess the motion would be to have the library just have a closed day on Saturday, December 26th, and approve the early closure of the library system on New Year's Eve at 3.
This is Ryan. I make that motion.
Tammy will
Do I have a
second.
second? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Hold on, can you all just hold for 1 second? Sure.
Mhm.
Sorry. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I think, did you have anything else, Paige?
No, I don't.
Okay. So I think we just need to excuse just Mr.
Tammy, I move we excuse absent board member.
Okay,
I'll
do I have a second?
Charles?
Okay, any discussion on that? I don't think so. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Oh, do we have any public comment, Terry? No public comment.
I skipped over it, sorry.
We don't have any anyway.
Just out of curiosity, is anyone with Dick? Is he okay?
I'm sorry?
Just out of curiosity, has anyone spoken with Richard? Is he okay?
He just sent me an email and said that, recently, and said that he would not be able to attend. So I did hear back from him, so I assume he's okay.
Well, that's good then.
Yes.
So, hey, Paige,
Yes.
does anyone know, I heard some recent information and said that even though 92% of the people in the United States or in America are abiding by the mask thing, wearing a mask, that the amount of COVID cases has enormously increased. Has anybody seen that recently?
No, I haven't seen that. Everyone here we've been pretty good lately as far as staff. We haven't had any issues too much lately, and the patrons are being,
Makes me wonder,
yeah.
because I've heard some doctors and some people saying that the mask could be even a problem.
Oh,
And it's kind of, because I guess where it's just holding everything in, and I don't know. I just think we got to realize that we're probably just going to run its course. It's just one of those things you just can't completely stop.
well, it's definitely not stopping around here, is it?
No.
Hey guys, about a month ago when I drove southbound on 23 coming from Chillicothe, the swab days was full force.
Yeah.
Comfortable the number of people inside of there. And that was almost a month ago now. And I mean, people posted pictures on Facebook that very day of how many people inside the fairgrounds, and no, hardly anyone had on masks. It was like, it looked like it was inevitable. And I've sent property to people who would not wear masks. And then those people that I've been around that would not, both of them have been stricken with the virus. So I don't know the answer either, Ryan. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I think it's maybe a little more severe, I don't know, than a flu, but I think it's like the flu. You almost, remember how when we get the flu, I mean, it runs through the schools and everything. It always did in the past. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where, unfortunately, we're going to have to run through it and get through it maybe. I don't know, until vaccinations or whatever.
I'm living low.
If you're something, if you got susceptibility or an issue, stay home. I don't blame you.
Yeah, doing the best I can. I hope everybody has a safe holiday and a blessed one.
Same here.
Yes.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
All right, thank you all.
Do we need to adjourn the meeting?
Did we adjourn?
Oh, wait, one more thing, hold on. treats for the staff for Christmas, Paige?
If
What's
you-
the best way to get you money?
Well, if you just want to mail it to me or drop it off, I can pick it up out back. That's fine. And then I think,
So you want to,
30, right?
yes.
you don't have a Venmo, do you, Paige?
No,
You
I don't even know what that is, so.
If you want, and then I could just give the money to Paige.
You say you have one, Dylan?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it?
Let me look it up.
I don't know mine either.
Did you email it?
Yeah, you might not want to put it, remember, we're alive on Facebook,
Yeah,
so
I would-
you might not want to give any information away.
Well, you don't care if people send you money. Send you all the money they want.
They might take your money.
Send it privately, yeah.
Do we need to, did we adjourn the meeting? Did we make a
I
motion?
didn't call the roll.
Yeah, did I say, I don't know, who made the
Or
motion
I.
to adjourn? Someone make a motion to adjourn?
I don't know, but Tammy will.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Okay. I want every